Hello there everyone, it's the HeroicLegend here, and this is the update video that anyone who has seen my social media accounts was probably going to be expecting. I imagine those of you who have followed me regularly didn't expect it so soon, but I'm going to get into everything here. Let's start off with why I was gone. In short, it was due to a few accidents, none that caused physical harm, it's just accidents revolving around technology. So, I'm alright, my family's alright, it's just legitimately a technical issue. Now, the technical issue was more on the fact that my brother's laptop screen was cracked, and this was due to an accident on my part. I felt terrible for it, I wanted to try and make things up, and even though he constantly told me, it's not your fault, don't worry about it, this is why we plan ahead, this is why we are doing the things that we're doing now to help make sure that it doesn't happen again, blah blah blah. I still felt like I owed him something, so for the time being, I'd let him borrow the screen that I used to record from my PlayStation 4. Without this screen, I can't really record from the P4 because on any other way to record it, I would have issues in terms of audio. I wouldn't be able to hear correctly. There would be just lag. There would be a lot of things that I am not skilled enough to fix yet in terms of editing. Pardon me. So, with not being able to record from the P4, I decided to take a bit of a break. I also didn't want to be recording while my brother was without his full machine. I felt like it'd be taking up too much space, and I also felt like it'd be unfair to him that he'd have to be quiet and he'd have to wait for me to finish recording while also not having his laptop, which I was the one, who broke. On the more positive side of this, it did get sent in. It should be back maybe within the next week or so, so I'll be more inclined to start doing more recordings once it's back. But also, he may start picking up recording as well, and by recording I mean streaming on Twitch. Now, because of all that had happened during that time, I also had ended up losing a bit of my Bloodborne data. Well, not a bit, I lost all of it. And none of it was backed up to where I wasn't backed up to the clouds. The save data that was backed up into the cloud was very far behind and required a lot more work to get back to. And it was so frustrating and annoying to see that I just didn't want to deal with it. I deleted the character. I got rid of the data on both Cloud and my P4. And I just said, fuck it. I'll just start all over, because that's clearly what was supposed to happen. The full story behind that is basically, while I was playing, we had a brief power outage for a split second. And that power outage must have happened during maybe I was saving behind one of the screens, and then because the save got cut off so abruptly, it corrupted the data. Whatever. That kind of made me very worried for all the other data I have on there, mostly because I know some games that do the autosave thing and don't have actual save, you don't save to a screen. I run the risk of losing that data, and in an effort to not to more control it, I've been much more worried about recording from the P4 and losing the save data that is for the Let's Plays. So I'm kind of taking a break from recording with the P4. This doesn't necessarily mean the end for Disgaea 5, though I know I've said that before with other LPs, and look how well that's gone. But I really do feel like I will return to Disgaea 5 when I have a more appropriate setup for it. So yeah, I guess this is the next part of it, which is Disgaea 5 Let's Play will be paused or going on hiatus until a later date. Getting into a few more reasons though as to why I was absent. My little sister has just started schooling, so I am one of the ones who takes care of her and goes to pick her up and drop her off. But that is part of the positive note, which is I'm going to be much better with recording now because with this great gap that I have between picking her up and dropping her off, I've decided, well, as long as there are no emergencies, and even if there are, I'm recording early enough that I should be able to pause it or get there in time, or even just do another recording altogether, I have this chance now to really set up a time where I can record, get out better videos, put out more videos, and just have more fun with it too. Because now I'm not locked into like, oh, should I worry about blank or blank because, you know, should I worry about her waking up now? Should I worry about putting her down for a nap? Should I worry about making food for everyone, etc.? You know. Now it's just, I have a nice big gap between waking up, dropping her off, picking her up, that it makes it entirely easy for me to get in at least 2 episodes every... I don't quite know how to say this. It has a name. I know it has a name. I just forgot the name. But basically, my plan for the new Heroic Legend, I guess you could call it, is uploads on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because I will be recording early, so you know, if I were playing a Souls-like game, all the help is at school right now. Lovely. But I guess I just have to learn how to get good. Jokes aside, this is going to mean a lot more. And actually, I do have some plans for October. I'm still debating on what I can do there, and I'm also trying to figure out how to do it. But stay tuned for that. I'll probably be posting about it, maybe. I say maybe because I might forget. And social media scares me on some levels. But so far, this is all that I kind of wanted to explain. You know, if you want the real short version, I guess you could just, maybe in the comments could just skip to this time in the video and be like, oh, here's the TLDR section. Because the TLDR section, before I go on to saying what the plans are now, are gone because of real life issues, aka busted laptop, sister going to school, and all this prep work for it. Let's Play is paused due to, I guess you could call it slight paranoia on my part. And recording schedule, which I'm going to endeavor to keep true to, and I'll be more easier on myself as well, because I feel like, I know, doing YouTubing is such a hard thing to do. I don't want to play that guy, but it is for those who don't have the best stuff right away, and for those who may still be living at home, or for those who just have, you know, trouble with getting the equipment to work right, you know. Not only that, but with myself at least, for a fact, I tend to scrap entirely what I might have been doing if I feel like it's been done wrong. I'll restart an episode anywhere from 5 to 4 times just because I felt like I could have done better. So, and if I don't, and even if I get most of the episode done, if I still feel like, nah, I'll just drop it immediately still. It won't matter. So, that little bit aside, probably the immediate future of, the future of this channel. So, my plan is to record from the emulators again, like I did with Tara's Adventure. And I'm trying to figure out what would be the next best thing to record from the emulators. A part of me is considering maybe going for Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones for anyone who's interested, or possibly doing a randomizer Nuzlocke. Just simply because it's far easier to record from the emulator, and it's also incredibly easy on the recording software as well. Because Action has made quite a bit of updates, which I'm extremely happy about. And I guess if you're an aspiring YouTuber who's watching my video, first off, thank you. I hope we can be great partners at some point in the future if I ever work up the courage to talk to you. Second, Action does a lot of great things. And it's really fucking affordable, if I'm being entirely honest. I think I might have even gotten this on a deal, too, so I feel like I spent more than my money's worth on a fantastic piece of recording software. Now, to pretty much wrap up this video, because I don't want to keep it too long. I never like making these update videos too long. I do want to say a big thank you to anyone who's been supporting me up until late, and like maybe watching older videos just to see, or anyone who's just really been sticking around with me despite the fact I've been gone for so long and I've been so silent. I really do appreciate it more than you guys can ever really know, because of the fact that I really do want to make this. I really do want to make it, you know. And I want to try to keep my channel ad-free as well. And I'm attempting to do that by having the Patreon already set up. It seems a bit cocky, I know, to some, but I'd rather put up the Patreon now and give people the option to while I'm still very small. Almost like I'm asking you guys to basically invest in me. Invest in me for your entertainment. Invest in me to be the guy you click to when you're having a dull period, when you want to relax, when you want to have fun. That's what I'm basically saying. And if you do, I'll leave a link for the Patreon in here. If you don't want to search for the link, you can always find it at my channel page. I'm very bad about this, but to wrap up the video, I just want to say a big thank you all for, well, watching / listening. I don't know what I'm going to put up for gameplay, but whatever it is, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I do hope to see you in the next video, but until then, another big thank you all for watching, and laters.